my constituents in New York's 20th District, I pledge that I am with you and am here to fight for affordable health care. I've heard from countless constituents who are concerned about their well being and the health of their loved ones. Suzanne, that I represent from Guilderland, New York, wrote to me and said, and I quote, please do not allow healthcare costs to rise. This would be a hardship for my children who are already struggling with high costs. It would also affect my grandchildren and myself. Well, Suzanne, I hear you. And with your family and others like yours in mind, I'm standing strong against these Republican price hikes. I stand strong with our guests like Jonna, Jackie, Heather, and Dr. Tom. During my time in Congress, Republicans have voted over 60 times to repeal Affordable Care Act and try to take away affordable health care from our families and friends. Well, I'll note that in all that time, I haven't heard one mention about providing for a replacement. Repeal with no replacement. That's cold-hearted. Republicans claim they don't know how we'll afford extending the ACA tax credits, but they had no problem permanently extending tax cuts for the wealthiest individuals, billionaires, and companies. And just today, Secretary Bessent said they found $40 billion for Argentina. That's $40 billion with a B for a political crony. But somehow they can't find any money for health care, a basic right for Americans.
Never say thank you enough. But what I will say is that on November 1st, millions will log onto the ACA marketplace to see their costs for next year completely skyrocket. There will be complete sticker shock for many families already operating on shoestring budgets, as you have already indicated, dealing with stagnant wages, all while the cost of their groceries and their child care continue to rise. And I might add that I represent the state of Georgia, and we have no expansion of Medicaid in the state of Georgia. So for the red states, states like mine, the devastation will be untold. While Democrats are here in Washington, my colleagues, we are here in Washington to stand up for those families. Our House Republicans are still on vacation. The livelihoods of the American people are absolutely at stake. I heard from Stacy in my state of Georgia, a constituent who, after being mauled by a dog as a child, she now lives with a chronic pre-existing condition. And I understand pre-existing conditions because I myself am a two-time breast cancer survivor. Thanks to the ACA credits, she is able to get consistent treatment and keep a steady job for the very first time in her life. She writes, and I quote, now my premium will likely go from $600 a month, which is already difficult for me, to over $1,000 a month. And I'm scared I will not be able to afford health care, which will impact my ability to keep my job and provide for my own family, end quote. What's happening here in Washington is personal to my neighbors and my constituents and the families that I represent in Georgia. And it's personal to me. As I stated once before, I am a two-time breast cancer survivor. So I know what it's like to have a life-changing diagnosis.